In our last video, we talked about the sewage system, especially with respect to that of Pune. While doing that, we came across an issue which is so huge and yet neglected by most of us.
एक दिन हमारे घर के पास से बहुत बदबू आ रही थी। बाद में पता चला कि नाली में कुछ गड़बड़ है। तो कुछ लोग आए और उस नाली को एक स्टिक से साफ करने लगे। मुझे तो देख कर ही इतना गंदा लग रहा था।
अब जरा सोचिए, जो चीज़ देखने का हमारा मन भी नहीं कर रहा है, उसमें आप और मेरे जैसे आम आदमी उतरकर साफ करते हैं। That too without any protective gear like face masks or hand gloves. आर्टिकल 15 तो आपने देखी होगी।
इसमें आपने एक क्लॉग ब्रेन और उसको साफ करने वाला आदमी देखा है। ये तो यूपी की बात बताई थी, लेकिन ये आज तक पूरे देश में चल रहा है। इसको मैनुअल स्कैवेंजिंग कहते हैं।
According to UN, manual scavenging refers to the practice of manually cleaning, carrying, disposing, or handling in any manner human excreta from dry latrines and sewers.
यानी कि हाथ से मैला मतलब सीवेज साफ करने वाले लोग।
The SECC released in 2015 says that there were around 18 million manual scavengers in India. Most of the septic tanks are emptied manually in Indian cities. More than 80% of manual scavengers die before turning 60 due to some diseases.
आपल्या मुंबईचंच एक्झाम्पल घ्या ना. त्यामुळे 2019 मध्ये तिथे 17 मॅन्युअल स्कॅव्हेंजर्स गेलेले आणि हा नंबर सेकंड हायेस्ट होता आफ्टर यूपी. You know what? After these workers die, they're entitled to some compensation from our government, and yet this compensation is not paid to them.
The 1993 law declared the employment of manual scavengers and construction of dry toilets to be punishable with fines and imprisonment. The 2013 Act also bans hazardous cleaning of septic tanks and sewer pits, but only if the workers are not provided protective gear and other cleaning devices. But it does not define what the protective gear is.
फिर भी अभी तक क्यों चल रहा है? It is seen that a particular job is assigned to a particular group of people. Manual scavengers ज़्यादातर एक specific lower caste से आते हैं। उन पर आज तक इतना सोशल प्रेशर है कि अब वो भी मानने लगे हैं कि ये काम तो बस उनका है। ऊपर से ये तो उनका काम है, हमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है, हमारा घर तो साफने वाला एटीट्यूड। ये आर्टिकल 15 और 17 के अगेंस्ट है।
Once a manual scavenger, always a manual scavenger. इसलिए इन लोगों को कोई जॉब भी नहीं देता और फिर से वो यही काम करने लगते हैं।
फ्रैगमेंटेशन एंड टारगेट ड्रिवन अप्रोच ऑफ सैनिटेशन इज गुड, लेकिन एज यू अक्सर जल्दी में किया हुआ काम अधूरा रह जाता है।
क्या आपको पता है, इन लोगों को उनके लिए किए हुए लॉज भी मालूम नहीं है। हमारे देश में शासन तो बहुत है, लेकिन जिन्हें इसकी आवश्यकता है उन्हें ये मिल ही नहीं रहा।
नाला सफाई का काम सिर्फ सरकार ही नहीं, प्राइवेट कंपनियां भी करती हैं। कौन सा काम कब, कहाँ और कैसे हुआ है ये बताना मुश्किल हो जाता है। Most of the cases of manual scavengers and their deaths go unreported.
National Commission for Safai Karmacharis Act 1993. This act formed a statutory body NCSK to look into matters concerning the Safai Karmacharis' welfare. Then, the Employment of Manual Scavengers and Construction of Dry Latrines Prohibition Act 1993 declared the employment of manual scavengers and construction of dry toilets to be punishable with fines and imprisonment. We have already discussed about the 2013 Act.
In 2014, Supreme Court ordered the abolition of practice of manual scavenging and asked for the implementation of rehabilitation of such workers. The Prohibition of Employment as Manual Scavengers and the Rehabilitation Amendment Bill 2020 was introduced as a part of Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry's National Action Plan. The plan aims to modernize existing sewage system and septage management system for mechanized cleaning of septic tanks, etc.
All of us know about the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and how it has been successful in building toilets with proper drainage connection. There is also another scheme called as Self-Employment Scheme for Rehabilitation of Manual Scavengers. It was initiated in 2007 and then revised in 2013. It provides training, loans and subsidies for alternate occupations. Then, the Safai Mitra Suraksha Challenge initiative has been started in 246 cities with the aim to promote mechanical cleaning of sewers and septic tanks.
If it is so difficult, why are we not replacing manual scavengers with machines? ऐसा कौन सा नाला है जहाँ पे आदमी जा सकता है लेकिन मशीन नहीं? A drainage cleaning robot named Bandikut is already installed in Tamil Nadu and Guwahati. Government is providing monetary help to manual scavengers or their family members to start a new occupation.
DRDO has invented a special type of toilet known as biotoilet. What these toilets do is that they convert our human excreta into a less harmful matter with the help of microorganisms. They can be easily used in dry latrines as they are currently used by Indian Railways. Even Sonam Wangchuk has promoted their use in Leh and Ladakh. They emit some amount of methane which can then be directed to the nearby biogas station. Thus, there will be no need of manual scavengers. Moving on, one thing we can look forward to is formalization of their work. Once their work goes on record, it would be very easy for us to track them and then rehabilitate them.
Safai Karmachari Andolan since 1995, currently spearheaded by Wilson Beswada, is a nationwide movement to completely eradicate the caste-based occupation and rallies for the rehabilitation of scavengers towards dignified livelihoods. In 2002, Rashtriya Garima Abhiyan, a coalition of 30 community-based organizations from 13 states, started a campaign to encourage manual scavengers to voluntarily leave their practice.
There are many NGOs working for manual scavengers, such as Jan Sahas, an NGO founded by Asif Sheikh, who works mainly for rehabilitation of manual scavengers. There is an example of another NGO called JJAS, which works in Nagpur. This NGO was founded by a couple who were once manual scavengers. They now help the students of manual scavengers excel in their education. There are many more such civil society organizations working for the cause of manual scavengers all over India.
As we had said in our earlier video, small steps count large. Let's see how we can do something about this. Please नाल्यात कचरा नका फेकू. सॅनिटरी पॅड्स आणि डायपर्स डस्टबिनमध्येच टाका. तुमच्यासाठी ही खूप छोटीची गोष्ट असेल, पण तुमच्या एका बदलामुळे तुम्ही कोणाचा तरी जीव वाचवू शकता.
Also, there is a simple philosophy. Our attitude shapes our behavior, which then shapes our actions. The attitude with which we are overlooking these things has led to our inactivity and ignorance towards these issues. बस आपकी थोड़ी सी हमदर्दी और मानवता की ज़रूरत है. अगर आप खुद से ये सब चीज़ें कर रहे होंगे तो ठीक है, लेकिन अब इसके आगे जाना है. इस विचार को सभी लोगों तक फैलाना है. लोग कहेंगे क्या यार भाषण मार रहा है, लेकिन यह ज़रूरी है.
जर तुम्हाला असं कुठे काही दिसलं तर फोटो काढून सोशल मीडियावर टाका किंवा ट्विटरवर पोलिसांना टॅग करून ठेवा. इट माइट हेल्प. If you come across these people, ask them who they are working for. Tell them that all this is against the law. Approach their employer. Check if they are using safety gear.
So, spread awareness because people don't know that this practice is illegal. It is against their rights and their dignity. You know what? Whenever a manual scavenger is dead, his family gets some compensation. लेकिन 10 लाख का compensation का और एक safety gear का. आखिर आदमी की जान की कीमत सबसे ऊपर होनी चाहिए.
75 साल आज़ादी के बाद भी ऐसे हरकतें देखने को मिल रही. किसी एक जाति को छोड़िए, ये काम इंसान का ही नहीं है. कमी टेक्नोलॉजी की नहीं, सही एटीट्यूड की है.
चाहे कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो, एक बात तो साफ है, जब तक हम नहीं बोलेंगे काम नहीं होगा.
If you want change, demand change. जय हिंद.